Welcome everyone to HFN today, November the 9th, 2019, where we trade different. We're going to give you all an update on our Bitcoin price prediction. But before I do, we're going to look at this article right here on the right side of your screen, talking about the inevitable Bitcoin bubble and how it could be so catastrophic that it could lead to a crypto ban. All right. Now, before I get started in that one, I definitely want to remind each and every one of you to continue to support our channel by subscribing, by hitting that like button, by sharing the video, hitting that bell notification, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and then on our website at HueFin.com. There we place all of our other price forecasts, news that we feel is important to our community members. We place it there on our website. So if that sounds interesting to you, go on over to our website and sign up. All right. So now, before I get started, let's look at this article. It came out today, November the 9th, 2019, talking about the next Bitcoin bubble and how it's going to happen. It's just not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when from this article. And we're going to see why the Bitcoin crash is coming. Okay, now, Charlie Shrem, he's the founder of the Bitcoin Foundation, who was also a co-founder on BitInstinct. He has a podcast and it's called Untold Stories. Now, on that podcast, he talked to a gentleman by the name of Vinny Lingham. He was the founder of Gift and the CEO of Civic, who said 2020, okay, next year, it's going to be a very, very tough year for Bitcoin. This is what he's expecting. Now, as we've seen in 2017, the Bitcoin bubble, it took Bitcoin all the way up there towards $20,000. And when it burst, the Bitcoin price fell 84%. It lost 84% of its value. But it wasn't the first time. I'm gonna show you this website right here. It's been plenty of times to where Bitcoin has saw massive decrease in its value. The greatest one occurred back in 2011 to where Bitcoin hit a high of $29 and it fell all the way back down to $2. That's 93.1% loss in value. The next one would be December 2013 to January 2015, to where Bitcoin went up as high as $11.50 and it came all the way back down to $177, which is around 85% loss. The third one happened in December 2017, all the way through November 2018, where Bitcoin fell 82%. So it's not the first time that the market has endured Bitcoin following lower and losing more than half of its value. Okay, that's not the first time. So, and the source of that information was from Bitcoin Worldwide, Coin Codex, and 99 Bitcoins. All right. So now, with the next halving coming across in 2020, this is the reason why Vinny is expecting the Bitcoin bubble to be even bigger than what it had experienced in 2017, 2018. Now, the problem would occur when the crash happens. It's going to cause a global recession because of how much money is going to be involved in this next bubble. This is what Vinny is expecting to occur, that will possibly have the governments of the world ban crypto. Now, if Bitcoin does tank about 80%, as you guys saw on that last chart, that could easily wipe out $4 trillion in global GDP overnight. This is what Vinny is expecting to play out in 2020 as this next Bitcoin halving approaches. Okay. And that's when things can go catastrophic for cryptocurrencies as a whole because of its knock-on effects and the effects that Bitcoin has as the overall breadwinner of the market right now. Now, once that crash happens, it's going to cause the governments to respond aggressively because people are just going to be losing money across the board in the cryptocurrency space. Now, I know many of you who are avid crypto enthusiasts, you know that many people have already stated that the altcoins are going to go to zero. I mean, many people are expecting that all these cryptocurrencies that's in the space today won't be around in the next 5 to 10 years. So Could something of this particular magnitude allow that to happen, to see where we can have a wipeout of all coins going to zero? This is what Vinny says, and I quote, "If we do see another bubble run or another run on crypto that gets us up to those levels, the response from the governments with people losing that much money globally and that much wealth getting transferred and lost in the crypto sphere would be catastrophic for crypto. Because if you've ever seen governments respond negatively, now you'll see it happen." Now, this, according to Vinny, is going to cause the next global depression. Make no mistake, says Lingham. With the wipeout of about $4 trillion, he's expecting it to cause the next global depression. Not the trade war going on with China, not the massive debt that the United States currently hold, but crypto is where Vinny is expecting to be the light that lights up the fire to start this global depression, or the match. From there, it will only be bad for Bitcoin and crypto as a whole, because the global depression will have to have the world governments ban crypto as an unsafe asset. Now, Vinny, he also believes that the global depression is still going to come, and the global governments will be at fault, but Bitcoin is going to be that catalyst, and it will always be blamed for the global depression. Vinny also does not see that the flagship cryptocurrency will be making all-time highs before the halving, that's logical to think about too. "We're heading for a very dangerous 9 months," he said, "and in the next 12 months, we would know where this is all going." So now, here we are, looking at Bitcoin today with our update. Let's go ahead and talk about it. So we did our video in Bitcoin about 2 days ago with the presumption that this currency was going to continue to see some higher prices. And looking at the market today, it did not play out the way that we expected it to do. If you guys were on our website, we play this on a daily basis, so we would have definitely been getting out this particular forecast. But since it's the only one from YouTube, this is the last forecast that we expected the market of Bitcoin to do. We would have taken this one in as a loss at 4.48%, because we definitely knew that Bitcoin had to hold that $9,000 for support. It didn't do it, so it would have been a loss. This is a loss forecast, 4.48%. Okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of that, because losses does happen into the market. And the question that needs to be answered is, can Bitcoin continue to see higher prices? And we're going to start out looking at it on the weekly chart. Now, the weekly chart does not look good in Bitcoin. We're closing at the low of the bar. The last 2 weeks, we've seen a lot of indications of more sellers into the market than we are seeing weakness. Than we are seeing strength. So the weekly chart doesn't look positive in terms of strength. The 4-hour chart, not getting that much indication of strength neither. So the market in Bitcoin overall is still weak. I'm still expecting, from what occurred yesterday in trading, it is still in the market. Okay, it is not gone. So we need to play on that while we know it's still there. So we're going to play the market in Bitcoin to continue to see some lower prices. And we already know that $9,000, it was acting as support here, but now it is going to be utilized for resistance in the market in Bitcoin. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to play that one as resistance in the market for Bitcoin, and we're still going to anticipate some weakness to the downside in the market in Bitcoin to occur. We can see right around 87.60 to where support lies in Bitcoin. So we would TP the market at that particular location in Bitcoin, but definitely I can see a pretty good support area right around there. Okay, so we're going to play the market in Bitcoin with a new forecast of it continuing to see some lower prices. It's not all that dramatic, but I want you all to see here that the trend in Bitcoin, let me do this one. Okay, you guys can tell that we're still in a downtrend in the long term. So we need to see the market in Bitcoin break out of this descending triangle that is being seen in Bitcoin. All right. So that's very nice right there. So this is what we're going to play with in the market in Bitcoin. You can see it's following this descending line in this space, right? So you can use that going forward. But again, I just wanted to show you that the trend in the market in Bitcoin is still following to the downside. All right, so we're going to play the market in Bitcoin moving lower. 4-hour chart is where we're going to play this market in Bitcoin to see how it's going to play out. All right, so give us your thoughts, your opinions. As always, do you think that the Bitcoin crash is coming? If so, what would be the catalyst? Do you think that Bitcoin will be the blame for the next global depression that is going to hit the world? Let us know all of your opinions with a comment in the comment section of this video. And as always, make sure you all maintain your profitability, and I will see you on the next one.